Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here. As the Dallas Cowboys taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Kansas City. And he'll be stopped at the 25. They'll start the drive here with the check-out.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Along with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's outwinded at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Prescott. A short one taken in by Ferguson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Try to find a lane, but instead will get back to the line of scrimmage. And no gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
It's a throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any look trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
This looks like a free play for Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. Tony Pollard, 57 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
What's up, Train?
A lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone.
You love this game. It's like a bad relationship, man. This can't lead the girl. No, she ain't shit. She ain't shit, but you staying with her. But you keep coming back. You buy every year. You buy every year.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
That ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new.
Middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even
That ain't nothing new, man. You just gotta play through it, man.
Anytime you feel a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Oh, I just got an update. I don't know what it was though.
Offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I don't know what it was.
The first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
I missed you.
Everyone has matchups that they hope they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, his early struggles continue. His intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They run straight ahead here with Palmer. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to look at their safety this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
First catch of the game for Cooks. That'll be a 1st down. On play action, Preston.
Oh, motherfucker.
Comes out and they hit it, but they say it's incomplete.
I think he allowed that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Able to push his way through.
Push him.
Take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think
That's what he does.
in handing him the football.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Shit.
Prescott on play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And remember, this drive started
You ain't been watching them there.
turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field.
That's why we let go Zeke.
And now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Prescott fires one out wide complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup on the receiving end for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are
That kills the blitz.
good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually
Oh, good pass. God damn.
Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Let's face it, you want to get back into the game. These are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here.
I see you, Mozzie. See you out there.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pass to the sideline and put it in. And he'll be out of bounds here. Turn out to be this offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, man.
About set for this
Oh,
next
shit.
drive, the Cowboys
Look where we at.
It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. That could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Oh, come on, man. Wait till he get past him.
Picked up by McCollum, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throw left side.
Damn, he held on to that shit.
1st and goal. They got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it.
Yeah, good shit, man. That was a tight throw. That was a tight throw. Tight.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, you're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try to get to the ball even faster.
Jalen Watson dropped him defensively. Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff.
That's what we're doing.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Prescott to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Again, Pollard running left. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hey, Notch.
Hey, what's going on?
You become one of my favorite cousins. I really appreciate you, girl. I love you.
Oh, I love you too. We connected now.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Devontae Turpin now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on him and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Fourth down, Prescott. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That is caught. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Pollard will take it up the gut. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Chiefs 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
An 8-yard loss on the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a pretty quick burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 158 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And running with power here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, a run with Vaughn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game. This is still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This is a very important drive, and that incompletion conversion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs. And
blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Here's Brian Anger now, standing just about on his own goal line. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. James now to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
it's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. That is intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
If I give them attention, they all would probably start blushing. Power on is the only thing that I'm crushing. I'm bonafide, stood on everything that I said and get it gone in the blade. We can make it in the safe.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New Orleans Saints. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They start to drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he goes his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of the opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
First down, here's the run with Cook. Taken down by Pete Werner. From the 22 now, here's the second down and 9. There's Wilson. Got him there, it's Lazard. Touchdown. Alan Lazard, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over. Yeah, look at this. Middle of the field, breakaway. Inside the 20. Touchdown. Jamal Williams, 75 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up. Right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out looking to and that's caught inside the 35. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. Every deep.
All right. Yo. Yeah.
harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. Second down coming up. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They begin the drive with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule,
Williams loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Carr again. That is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, and turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
On play action, now Rodgers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out in a hurry.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing his car on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Williams will try again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, I'm probably giving my quarterback some...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, an 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be out.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete right side to Lazard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Rodgers now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing now is Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make...
And I think the ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. It's an 89-yard kick return, and the Jets have retaken a third-quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun now on third down, Carr dumps it complete to Miller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Again, it's Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And Rodgers is going to go down. In the end zone, it's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They give it to Williams, running right. Bryce Hall there defensively.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Williams. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On play action, it's Carr. And he is caught. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result.
Touchdown, Saints! From 3 yards out, and the Saints have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
That's called.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth-quarter deficit in this series. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me, because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting him at this point.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. They'll come up now. This is second and long. And Wilson in motion left. Now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down and 10. Here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Open man here is Conklin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his leg.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Cook, they'll try and run it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he loses the football a second time. And one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. To throw is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose again. And he's across for the touchdown.
Man, good shit.
The game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And they can't convert. It's incomplete. But they still have the lead here in the final moments of this game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over. You bragging ignorance. You lack the vision from sacrilegious. I feel my ratchets. You rap offending my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit, something you save now. This ain't the end, and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance from guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great has ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What should be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening, and no umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested or want to form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you mourn my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Green Bay Packers. Here's Anders Carlson set to get this one started, and we are underway here at Lambeau. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a